Yo, what's happening, Raider Nation? It's your boy Soto here. You know what it is. Raiders versus the world. Talking about the team the world loves to hate, your Las Vegas Raiders. So, we got some new players on the defense, right? And I know a lot of us don't really know too much about these guys, and we're kind of bummed because the guys we lost, we were kind of attached to and everything. But after watching this press conference and getting to know these guys a little bit, getting to know their games a little bit more, I watched a little bit of film, not all of them, but some of them, looked at some stats. I think this is going to be pretty good. All right, but before we get to that, make sure everyone please like, comment, and subscribe. It's a great way to support this channel. It would really help this channel out a lot, and it's absolutely free to do. And we're going to have memberships coming up soon, but I want to offer you guys more than just early access to videos. I want to offer you guys more stuff, so I'm going to try to work on some things to be able to get some memberships to make it worth it for you guys. But for right now, just subscribe to the channel. It's absolutely free, and it's the absolute minimum you can do to help this channel grow besides doing absolutely nothing. All right, so let's get to it. All right, the veteran of the veterans, Alandon Roberts, is up next at middle linebacker. He took a similar path as Robert Spillane, but, a couple twists and turns around. He won a couple of rings with the Patriots. He physical, man. All these guys that we're signing this offseason, physical, smart, physical with traits. As far as the traits go, I would say maybe Alandon Roberts is probably on the lower end of the traits here. He's not super fast. He's not super big. He's about 6'1", 235, 240. But he's a thumper, man. He knows how to play. He's smart. He's a good leader. He gets himself in good positions, and he knows what he's doing out there, man. You don't win 2 rings with the Patriots. You don't win 2 rings with anybody and not know what you're doing. So let's take a listen to Alandon Roberts' presser and get some more information on him.
Alandon, I'm not sure if you're on social media, but almost from the moment that this was announced that you were coming to the Raiders, Raider fans were there are all these videos being posted about you just knocking people down, being physical. Are you cognizant on the field of what that physicality can mean to your team, to the stadium, and everything else in terms of momentum and how it fires people up?
Yeah, most definitely. I think it just sends a message, of how and what style of ball we want to play.
Yep.
And whatnot. But at the same time, I think being physical and being that type of player, you have to take into account that teams know that. So, when you're a downhill guy, you might deal with a lot of play action, a lot of bootlegs. They try to, kind of slow you down by doing draw plays and stuff like that. So you just got to be cognizant of that also in your game. Trust me, I love my superpowers, but just like anybody, your superpowers can get you in trouble if you don't understand when to use them and when not to use them. And, man, I'm going on year 10. So I've been blessed to be able to experience the positive and the negative with it and whatnot. But, one thing about me, I'm going to set that tone. So,
there it is.
We're going to have some fun out here at Raider Nation.
Nice.
Just what attracted you here? What attracted you to Las Vegas? And what conversations did you have with Pete Carroll in terms of his vision for your role here?
Well, to answer your first question, this the Raiders.
Hell
so
yeah.
It wouldn't attract anyone to the Raiders. Just the foundation that was set, with this organization way back, even before my time, and whatnot. But also, I'm a guy that I like to earn everything,
There it is.
So what, me and Coach talked about, we'll just keep that between me and Coach. I'd rather go out there and earn it. And the first side of that is earning it from a standpoint of getting in the building, earning my coach's trust, earning my teammates' trust, earning the organization trust. And then from that point, what I do in the building and being able to, bring that product to Sundays, I'll eventually earn, the city of Vegas and the Raider Nation trust.
There it is.
And hopefully I get you guys trust so y'all don't beat me up too much.
Alandon, Robert Spillane a couple years ago made the same jump, same position, Steelers to Raiders, and had his best years here. Is there something about the Steelers culture that just probably translates well to being a Raider, and what goes into that?
I don't know, man. I just think it's a coincidence. I started off in New England. That's where Robert is now. So, maybe me and Rob need to talk a little bit, man, and just get acquainted with each other and whatnot. But, man, one thing about Spillane, he's a great inside linebacker in his league, man. It was a reason why, he was able to do the things he was able to do here. And it's a reason why he was able to, obviously do what he do in free agency. I wish him nothing but the best and whatnot. So
I know you overlap with
Classic.
Rob Leonard down in Miami when you were there. I know he's
With who?
Rob Leonard, defensive line coach.
Oh, okay. Yeah, Robert Leonard.
Yeah, I know he wasn't your position coach, but did that familiarity help just having some continuity on that side of the ball?
Yeah, most definitely. Me and Robbie is real close. Me and PG, he never been my actual coach, but it's like right when I got to New England, he left. Right when I got to Miami, he left. Me and Brian Flores is real close, not
Yeah,
just
yeah.
as
Big
a
connection.
coach player, but as like we have a big, brother, little brother relationship. I really look up to him. So, him and Pat Brown relationship and how he feels about PG, it felt like I always knew PG, and stuff like that. I have familiar faces from the side of one of the assistant linebacker coach, Ty. He was with me in Miami also. KJ, he was the D-line, he's assistant D-line coach. He was with me in Miami and whatnot. So it's definitely some familiar faces and stuff like that brings some when you go into a new spot, you don't know nobody, so you're really not really that comfortable, so you got to get to know everybody. So, knowing some people in the building, brings a certain of, just calmness, but at the same time, my job is to get with everybody in the building, learn their name, learn their faces, get to know all my teammates, because at the end of the day, it's like when you're in a marriage, you it's two people trusting each other. But
There it is.
offense, defense, and special team it's a whole different 11 on that field at one time trusting each other. So I got to be able to get the trust of my teammates, and that starts when obviously OTAs start. I'm today
That's leader
hit up
talk right
all
there.
the inside backers and a few other people on the defense, just to introduce myself and just open my lineup right away and not waiting until OTAs and stuff like that, because that's what it takes to get the goal that we want to get accomplished.
You've played for two coaches that are probably headed to the Hall of Fame already, and Mike Tomlin, Bill Belichick. Now you're coming to Pete Carroll, and that kind of speaks for itself as well.
Wow.
What do you anticipate with Pete, and especially with your history of some pretty prestigious head coaches?
When you say, it's kind of a
In terms
broad
of
question.
working with him, and what you're anticipating from him, what your impressions are of him already coming into the situation.
I think, man, one thing about Pete, man, I think he has a big personality, not just as a football coach, but as a person. And it was exciting meeting him. It was exciting talking to him when I was able to talk to him Wednesday, but just meeting him, feeling his energy, feeling his personality, that it's genuine, and it's nothing. You're never going to hear anything negative about Pete Carroll, and stuff like that. Me and him has to obviously, we just met each other, so we're going to grow our relationship, and we're going to become, I want to become one of his go-to guys and stuff like that, side by side guys. But that comes with being accountable. That comes with holding myself accountable on and off the field. When I say accountable, I'm talking about myself. That comes with holding myself accountable on and off the field at a certain standard. That comes with making sure, like I said, that I'm at the standard that we need to be and above and stuff like that. So, I feel like it's going to be a great relationship and stuff like that. But like I said, just meeting him for the first day, man, you can tell just through his energy, through how he talks, through how he walks in the building, and everyone just stop in their energy and their aura when they speak to him, that he's a great leader.
And then you spoke about Patrick Graham a lot there, but what about his scheme excites you as a linebacker to get into work with him?
Yeah, it's some familiar with the scheme, because obviously, some places that PG it was the same scheme and stuff. I'm pretty sure that it might change up a little bit. Schemes defensively change up all around the league, even with defense coordinators. Obviously, Pat Graham been here. I'm pretty sure he's changed up and his scheme since he's been here because offense is changing and stuff like that. So, but I think his base standard of how he do things and whatnot, I think that, just my early years of being in the Brian Flores systems and stuff like that and whatnot, I think the familiarity is very similar but different in their own way.
Played the Raiders a few times when you were in Miami and last year with the Steelers. Who are some players on this team now that you can look at that you're really excited to play with and that are really going to maximize on the roster?
It's kind of crazy you asked that question because I was talking to someone before I walked in here, and I was like, man, I didn't play against the Raiders in the stadium the last 4 years in a row. I played 2 years in Miami here, and I played 2 years with the Steelers here and stuff like that. And a lot of people that the Raiders have that was so good that I played with before. I played with Christian Wilkins. I played with Adam Butler. I played with Jacoby Myers in New England and stuff like that. So it's just exciting to be a part of the organization. To be honest with you, it's exciting to get be able to get around all these guys and work with them. Because one thing I do know is I can get up here and be like, man, it's gonna be very exciting to work with Maxx. Like that's a shoe in. But what about the guy that may the role player that may be just making the play that we need to win the game? You know what I'm saying? Maybe a guy that we're not that you guys don't depend on, that you guys might not, you know what I'm saying, highlight, but that we know what they do day in and day out, that now they get the opportunity to show who they are as not just their name, but who they are for the Raiders. You know what I'm saying? So that's why I'd be excited about. I love when people have stories like that and whatnot. So that's why I'd be excited to just not work with the big names, but everyone in the building, because everyone has a role, and it takes all them roles to win a championship.
You and your family have always been pretty big in the community in Pittsburgh. How excited are you to kind of bring that element to here to Las Vegas then?
Oh, man, I think the stuff you do outside of football is very important. Obviously, my wife is here with me today. When we have a chance, we're going to definitely get involved in that aspect because, as a football player, our platforms, we looked at in a certain way, and we're very blessed. But at the same time, we're all servants of each other. So
Nice.
as much as I can get out there and serve others, that's, what I'm saying, that's near and dear to my heart. So that would definitely be definitely something that we'll get to in a timely fashion.
Leader right there.
You look at the roster, it's pretty much young players in that linebacker room right now, 1 year, 2 year guys. How important is it for you not only delivering on the field on game day, but being a mentor to guys like that on non-game days?
It's very important. It's very important. That's why I say today, I'll be making sure I create a group message with them guys, introducing myself and stuff like that, because it's very important. They're young. It's not, it doesn't mean because you're young that you can't do great things for organization. I'm just talking about from a standpoint of showing them like, hey, man, look, just because I'm in year 10, I don't have all the answers. We're going to do this together. We're going to take it one day at a time, and we're going to put a product out there that, not just the organization, but the city of Las Vegas can respect.
You mentioned coming to year 10. What do you think it is about your process, whether it's the off season or during the game week, that has allowed you to play this well for this long?
Not taking it for granted. Not taking your opponents for granted. Not taking what you do for granted. Not taking your teammates, your coaches, the relationships, even the relationships you build with the media for granted, because it all reflects on you and stuff like that. And one thing about myself, my dad's a military guy. So I'm very structured. I'm very to the point. Up here right now, y'all might be like, he's gonna look like a fun guy. I don't know. He might just want to talk football all day, but it's not that. It's a standpoint. It's a time and a place for everything. If we don't keep the main thing, y'all gonna tear me up. It's just a part of it. But it's not that I'm pinpointing you guys or just throwing it out there. I'm just throwing you guys have a job to do, obviously, and y'all want to see the organization have a good product out there each Sunday. So it's my job to make sure that I hold myself to that standard to be able to do that. And That's why I don't cheat the process. I haven't missed an OTA not one of my years of being a pro. And I obviously knew the defenses. I haven't miss the training camp. I do right by my body. I make sure that I'm always the first one in the building because that standard that's kept, I have to show because I am in year
It'll be a
10. So I
race.
have to lead by example. Even if we all wake up in the morning and be like, man, I'm tired. But it is what it is. Once I hit them doors, you're going to think I got the best energy in the building because at the end of the day, it's about winning. And as long as we can bring that mentality and make that mentality throughout the whole organization, then, hey, you know what I'm saying, we heading in the right direction.
You found a little bit of a funny irony in the fact that your one career pick six did come against the Las Vegas Raiders.
Yeah, that's crazy, huh? Damn. I need to add some more in this stadium, but against the different people, you know what I'm saying? So I think I'm off to a good start, man. I'm already scoring touchdowns in the stadium, man. So
He do another
that
one.
was crazy, though. How long was it?
85 yards.
Yeah, so I can take it the distance. I'm telling you, I can take it the
85
distance,
yard pick six.
Real quick, on your thoughts on Geno Smith, new quarterback here with the Raiders. I'm not sure if your paths have crossed at all, but if so, what are your impressions?
I'm very excited about Geno. Very excited about it. I don't know him from a personal standpoint, but I know him from a preparing for him and whatnot. And trust me, preparing for him was not easy. We was really, really dialed in because we know not just the player, but the leadership he brings to our offense and stuff like that. And like I said, I don't know him from a personal standpoint, but I'm very excited to work with him as a teammate. I'm very excited to have him as our quarterback. And like I said, just like everyone on the team, I look forward to getting to work with him.
Awesome. Thanks, guys.
Thank you.
No problem.
Nice. All right, man. Alandon Roberts has leader written it's dripping off of him. He talked about the one thing that really got me about this interview, this presser, was not focusing on just the star players. Yeah, it's a given. I want to play with Maxx Crosby, right? It's like it's pumping up the other guys. It's pumping up the other guys that maybe the fans or the media or whoever don't see that them doing their job allows a Maxx to do his job, allows Alandon Roberts to do his thing, allows another player to flourish because that other maybe unsung player is doing exactly what they need to do in order to allow other players to succeed. And that attention to detail is crucial for success because it's not about who's making the play. It's about getting your job done that allows the play being called to be executed. It's huge. And it's not all about doing it. It's about how it's done. It's about how it's presented. It's about how it's followed. And the following is this. I'm going to hype everybody up for doing their job, not just the guy that got the sack. I'm going to hype everybody up here for doing what they needed to do in order for that sack to happen, in order for that good play to happen. And that's leadership right there. The Raiders, we're getting a leader in Alandon Roberts to the highest level. And I can see why he had nothing but glaring reviews from all the coaches that he's played under. The Brian Flores connection is really interesting because, yes, PG and Brian Flores have a similar system that they run defensively. Not the same thing, but similar. And it's a thing that it's going to be a nice, smooth transition, I feel, because not only is Pete Carroll big on the secondary, he has some good linebackers too. And his second and third levels have always been big hitters, punishers, and guys that know what to do in every situation. So having a leader like Alandon Roberts on the team is definitely going to do big things for this defense. I feel he's going to go in there. He's going to be the leader. He's going to be the teacher to the younger guys, but he's also going to show them how it's done himself. All right, guys, that's my time for today. I hope you enjoyed it, man. I don't know if you guys watched this presser before, or if you have, maybe I laid a little bit more insight in there for you. I really appreciate this, man. I'm really pumped up about all these signings now. I see how it all fits together. You have three if you count Isaiah Polamalu, but you have three guys now who are in the safety / corner position who can be interchangeable in and out, side to side, covering the slot, in the box, out deep. And then you have a guy like Eric Stokes who's coming in here with a lot to prove with really high measurables. That's the thing that you're looking at here, guys. Every one of these guys is exceptional at something. They come in here and they're all about the hard work. They're all about being excited about what they're being told about the defense and what they want to run. They're also being excited about talking about their versatility and the way they're going to be a great teammate and a hard worker. This is all good stuff to hear because it starts from the top. If you get it from the top, everyone has to fall into place. And I think this is going to be something that we're going to see from day one from this team. And whoever's not going to be match the energy of the rest of the team and working hard and getting your body right and getting in the playbook and just being good with your teammates and just being a good teammate altogether, they're going to stick out like a sore thumb and they're going to get clipped. So it's a great thing to have this already. I can see that these guys are kind of starting to gel a little bit and making plans to gel with everybody on the team and everybody in the organization, everyone in the building. Even Alandon Roberts said, I need to know everybody's name that works in the building, which is a great thing. I love the leadership. I love that it looks like it's something that's going to be carried on for quite some time. And it starts at the very top with Pete Carroll, and I'm really excited about this. Guys, that's my time for tonight. Let me know what you think about the video. Let me know what you think about these 4 signings, the defensive guys. I'm really pumped up about them. I know they have good measurables, but now we see that they have good heads on their shoulders too, and they're willing to work and good hearts in their chest. So we're ready to make this happen. All right, guys. Please, everybody, make sure to like, comment, and subscribe. Subscribing to this channel, like, and commenting. It really helps the channel out. I really would appreciate it, guys. It's free to do right now, and it's absolutely the bare minimum you can do to help this channel grow other than doing absolutely nothing. All right, guys. I appreciate you. Until next time, everybody. Peace. Hey, Raider Nation. Thanks for watching. There's plenty more where that came from. Go ahead and smash that like button. Drop a comment. Make sure to subscribe and share to all your socials. It's the bare minimum you can do without doing absolutely nothing.